Here's some travel tips for travelling to Kenya as someone who's lived there for 20 years and somebody who's been as a foreign tourist 7 times.
You guess which one's who.
So, travel time from the UK. We have to travel from Manchester, don't we? Because it's closer. It takes about 12 to 14 hours if you're travelling from Manchester because you have to connect somewhere, you can't fly direct. But if you're travelling from London, you can fly direct from London to Nairobi, which is about a 9.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
Where to travel in Kenya?
It all just depends on what you want to do and what you're looking for.
You will most likely land in Nairobi, the capital city.
So there's places like Bomas of Kenya, which is kind of like gives you a bit of the culture before, like how people used to live back in the day. So there'll be like traditional dresses and people wearing, playing different instruments. You can learn about like the country, the culture, history, and all these different things.
Nairobi is the only city in Africa with a national park in the city.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the chances are though that you're probably going to go to Masai Mara or Tsavo if you're going on holiday to Kenya.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you're probably going for a safari, or at least you want to do a safari whilst you're there.
Yeah.
So although you can do a safari in the city, chances are you're going to Masai Mara. Personally though, if I had to choose, I would do a safari in Tsavo, because if you do a safari in Tsavo National Park, you are closer to the coast, which means you can then have both a safari holiday and that like beach paradise holiday.
Yeah, and I think with the Mara, like the travel times are just too ridiculous.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get to the Masai Mara. If you didn't know already, the travelling time is quite wild.
And if you've got kids, it's that was an absolute no. So I'd say
If you are going to Tsavo, please fly directly to Mombasa or fly from Nairobi to Mombasa when you land in Nairobi. You can get the SGR, which is a train. It takes about 7 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which I think is just a whole day wasted of travelling if you've only got 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's about £90 per person to fly to the coast, but it's honestly so worth it. The flight time's an hour as opposed to your 9-hour drive or 7-hour train. Food in Kenya.
Okay, food. There's so many different kinds of food. I don't know where to begin.
I feel like a common misconception though is that Kenyan food is spicy, and generally Kenyan food is not spicy.
No.
And most of the like staple meals are made up of meat or fish, veg, and then a carb of some kind.
Yeah. Which
is actually quite similar to what we eat in the UK. If you're worried about spice, you can get spicy food, but the food is not naturally spicy.
Yeah, exactly. And we use other flavours in, so not just salt and pepper. The
food is flavour, so
it's flavours.
Okay, safety. And people always ask me as a foreign tourist, do I feel safe in Kenya? I've always felt safe in Kenya. It's one of the places that I've felt the most safe, to be honest. But like anywhere in the world, each city has its dodgy parts and you've got to be careful. So if you're in a busy city, just be careful of your belongings and just be aware. And that's all I can say, really.
Yeah, so if you're going to go in like downtown and carry your phone about or waving it around and look expensive, yeah.
That's a good point actually. Like if you can still go to those areas, but I wouldn't necessarily wear anything that I'm not like a materialistic person anyway, but I wouldn't wear things that look expensive.
Exactly, because then you pretty much just drawing attention to yourself. It's like going to wherever you go in big cities, you'll find dodgy places
like pickpockets and whatnot.
Exactly. So it's just be aware of your surroundings.
But generally the country is really safe and
people are really nice.
Yeah. That's Accents with a V at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, TikTok will censor us if we say that word. So I think the advised ones are diphtheria, Hep A, polio and tetanus. I never had them before going to Kenya, but I'm pretty sure I'd already had them from going to other places. So I feel like you only need them like every 10 years or so.
Yeah.
If you're going to Masai Mara or Tsavo or some other places, yellow fever is advised.
Yeah.
Yellow fever is something that's carried by mosquitoes. And malaria, speaking of mosquitoes, malaria tablets. So a lot of people choose to take malaria tablets, which you can get in the UK, but they're really expensive. So I just buy them when you get to Kenya and start taking them when you get there.
Because in Kenya, all you have to do is just take, 3 tablets. Whereas opposed to when you get them from here, you start taking them 2 weeks before, then about 65 weeks after. So you still taking your tablets even after your holiday. No, I do not want to be doing that.
I've only ever taken 3 malaria tablets in my life, and I've spent over a year in total in Kenya. So I don't think it's necessary, but you know, each to their own. I don't want to be blamed if anybody gets malaria.
So if you're going in the rainy season, or we're going to be spending a lot of time outside in the bush, I'd say just take them.
When is the best time to travel to Kenya?
Okay, best time would be between November to June.
To avoid the most of the rains, yeah.
Yeah.
It does rain between July and October, but not all of the time. And it goes through a heavy and then a lighter, like, rainy season, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Who can or who should travel to Kenya? Literally anybody, honestly. I think it's great for a family holiday. It's great for couples. It's great for solo travellers. You see a lot of retired people that sometimes even move out there.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But safaris are for anyone.
Yeah.
And I was 14 months old the first time she went on a safari. She'd have a nap during, but, you know, like, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So it's great for anyone, isn't it?
It is. It's like whole family.
The whole family.
Welcome.
But when they're when you're at the coast, you know, you're going to be spending a lot of time probably in the pool or at the beach. So, of course, again, that's fine for any age.
Yeah, exactly. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments.
Hope that was helpful.
Bye.